Hi everyone, I hope you're doing good out there. And today I want to talk about video games. Recently, I saw this in a podcast about Elon Musk that he plays this game, something similar to Dota. I don't remember the name of that game, but it's a very high strategic game and it's quite difficult. So he says that he has to like think his brain 100%, and when he's playing he's involved in it, and then he doesn't has to remember about any stuff. So it kind of has a calming effect, right, cooling effect on his life. And so that's how he justify playing games. And uh, today I'm gonna say opposite what Elon does. It's rarely I disagree with him or something like this, right. I rarely go against him, right. I never bet against Elon. I think that is the line said by Peter Thiel. So yeah, following that. And that is a good advice for somebody who has three companies. Like he's launching satellites, bringing him back, holding it like a chopstick, right. And he's doing Starlink, he's doing boring company, Tesla, solar panels and whatnot, then Twitter, then politics, right. Somebody who is of his that caliber, right, if this guy plays a game, actually it makes sense. And but people like us who haven't done achieved anything or something like this, and we haven't gone through that kind of shit, right. uh, we don't deserve to play a video game or something. So any teenage or something, he get inspired by him, that oh he's like he's a billionaire and everything, he still plays, he's an engineer, he still plays. So what is the problem if I play it, right? Problem is that he has achieved ton of shit and he has done, like, his life is like that, and then he plays a game, it makes sense. If you are somebody like that who has to go through like a very hard thing, right, then probably you can play a game as well to cool off. But there are other ways to do that. In my case, I will tell you, you can play a physical exercise like playing football or something, right. When you play football or something, whenever the ball is with you, cannot think. The reaction time is so little that you cannot think anyway. You have to always has to indulge in a game. Maybe you can play your favorite cricket game, right, and where you will actually where actually your body will move or something. But I understand that you finding a team, finding the player, the same kind of people who play with you, it's kind of hard. So that's why people has to go to video games. I get it, right. But only I want everybody to do it when you have that kind of work, right. We are very where you need rest or something like this, right. Then you can play. And one of the downside of playing games or indulging into any kind of this activity is that you have this dopamine meter, right? Happiness index or something kind of thing, right? So whenever you play and when you win or something, right, your dopamine gets filled, and it's very hard to do anything when your dopamine levels are full. Like you will tend to be lethargic, you will procrastinate a lot, and these kind of thing, right? So whenever your dopamine is high, you will never do any hard task. You will never go to the gym. You'll never take the risk. You'll never do something which is very repetitive or which is very necessary, but it is not that interesting. So that kind of work is only can be done when you are bored or when there is boredom, right? So you don't want to fill your happiness index. I don't want everybody to fill their happiness by playing games. Then because you have done, right, you have killed your, like, as we are society of hunter and gatherers, right. You hunt in the game, right. Game is basically even the body which we kill or something, that is called game, right. For those people from the game, and the game was basically killing a swine or killing some animal, killing some deer to eat and feed the family. That was the game, and it was kind of adventure. It was a game. You have to trap the animal and then kill or something like this. So that was game. And now with the modern version is that you getting some sense of victory in the game or something, and this is very bad when you haven't achieved in your life something, and you get your happiness index full from there. You will never take a effort. You will always procrastinate. So make sure you don't get your happiness from the wrong place. The same with maybe other addictions as well, maybe cocaine or alcohol or any smoking or something. What are you trying to do is you want to find your win in some small world, that is gaming. So there is a thin line over there, and you need to have like great discipline or something once you're indulged in it and you can come back. I feel myself I'm quite disciplined, but for me, even it is very addictive. If I play a game, for me to get back from it, it's very hard. And I've been not like this thing, just like you, just like everybody. I was the same guy who enjoys this thing, but as soon as I matured, I grew. When I understand the psychology of the world, when I psychology how human mind work, from there I've been very skeptical of indulging anything, maybe streaming on mobile phone, maybe playing game or doing any kind of cheap thing which can fool your happiness index. My favorite sport used to be cricket, and I used to love it. And I just immediately stopped playing it because that was keeping me happy and was never letting me go. Like I was like in a kind of beta paradox. Like I think Chris Williamson coined this word or somebody else, but I heard it from his podcast. Beta paradox is like when you're not that sad to do some take action or not happy to do something. Like you're in the middle of somewhere where you're not really sad to take an action and really not happy to like do whatever. You're in the somewhere in the beta paradox where you don't take any steps, you don't perform or you don't give in all of it because you being happy continuously through this kind of stimulus from actual goal what he had. So Elon Musk, he has certainly achieved so many things, but even for him, he knows that he's playing with the fire over there. If he get indulged, then real life winning will not make sense for him. He will enjoy playing those things and he will get achievements from there and he will be happy. But I think he's a very smart, educated person. He knows what he's doing. Right? He knows his drugs. I am not here to, but yeah, and this advice is for other people who are not that experienced. Even for me, guy like me, if I try, I like it, I would. And I will tell you, for a long time, I also played football. I remember uh, in my summer holidays when I was back in kid, I used to play a lot of Mario to counter attack. There are so many games, and most favorite was I used to like car race a lot. I love drifts and all. And one of the stories I remember, one of my best friend, he's still one of my best friend, and he was rich and somehow he had a portable PSP, right? And there was a game called Split Second, and that was a car race game, and it was mostly based on drift. The better you drift, the better you had chances of winning and everything, right? And I enjoyed that game so a lot. For the first time I played is in his portable PSP, and one day he challenged me that, hey, if you beat me, like some monetary challenge or something like this kind of bet. And so he challenged me like, hey, if you're that excited, if you beat me, we'll earn some like kind of bet. Like, okay, I take the bet. So I told him, but hey, it's not fair, right? My controls are not that habitual. I'm new to the system, right? I'm new to that gaming console. How would you expect me to, right? It should be fair and equal, right? So he used to play a game. I told him, hey, can you give the PSP for me one day or something? I'll play and come back, and then what do you say? What I say? I play, I come back, and then if you beat me, we'll record the lap times and we'll see. So I took his portable. So I think he gave me because it has a limited battery and playing and charging in one day. How long you can play? It takes a lot of charging time or something. But me coming from electronic side, like my father is electrician, and I'm quite fan of electronics. I made own myself an adapter, right, which could charge it little faster or something like this, and then plugged it and played it while charging. And like for like I literally played it for like 8-9 hours of gaming directly on that, and I was very good with controls. I know, I remembered a lot of the tracks actually. Knew where the which things are at what time when the turns will come and everything. And I was so happy. And next day when I met my friend, we had this battle, and I beat him. Yeah, I didn't took the money back then, right? It will be very bad to take money from the friends. But yeah, we went for to eat. We used that money to eat, and everybody brought something to eat, and everybody ate those things, and we were quite happy. Yeah, and I saved my pride at that day, and yeah. But the thing was that it was very addictive for both of us, and then that I realized back then. And after that, I really didn't indulge into any kind of gaming. I think that was in my 12th standard, and I knew that how addictive it could be, like for me. Even though I am addicted to one game is called Monopoly Card Deal, right? And that game it's a card game, right? And when usually play it with your friends, and it is more it is more entertaining when you have like four friends, 4 or 5 friends or something. Three it is little bit, but at four and five people. So, but the good part is that it has an online version of it, which I played with one of my two best friends, like in the COVID, and we were addictive. Every night we will play for 3 hours or something like this. We will have our friend time, and like 3 months like went like this. Daily we were playing that game, and we were passing the time. And then we actually one day, actually I was the one guy who stopped it. I told him, no, fuck no, I'm not gonna play, and these two guys will play. I will be on the screen watching them play or something like this. Then they also stopped it after a while. Then I also made this kind of uh, rule in my head that I will only play when people are offline, because collecting 3 4 guys together in the same room is a quite hard task. Like people have work and a lot of like duties and everything. So it is very rare to collect all 4 5. So usually that happens for me in a weekend, right, where I get to meet my friends and there I play it. So that has some condition. You cannot play for a very long time because there are 4 5 people in the game. So that hasn't controlled kind of me. But still, when I'm at home, I'm only thinking about my weekends. Hey, I get to play with my friends. That is only good thing happening in my life. So actually, I have to step back from it, which is not good for me. And I hope I told you a story that you all understand from this thing. So anybody who's like, hey, even Elon Musk plays games and everything, I bet he plays, but you're not that position. And I'm telling you, it is very hard. I think I will tell you, you just like even the way I started going gym, right? It's a kind of marathon. We like short games, right? Nobody wants to play a game of a marathon, and that is in the real world. When you start building a good body, you have better health. Your what do we say? Your enzymes, dopamine, serotonin, these all kind of things are in good place, right? Your hormones are on right place, everything, your testosterone levels are good. Then you have a good life, and you can see the hard work which you have done on the gym or something in your life, and then you're rewarded with a lot of things, people praising you, how fit you look or something. You're getting attraction from other gender, right? So that is also kind of game, and where you actually have done some kind of work in the real world. That game is not that entertaining, but yes, but if you keep your life very boring, right? If you dopamine talks yourself, you keep your life boring. These small things could be very happy thing. Think like now also, like I feel really good like when I go to gym. And gym is not like very usual thing. When I go gym and when I'm talk with my buddy, I tell him, hey, I went gym today, and we feel like we like make it as a kind of event, or a kind of like occasion or event. Like going gym is for us is a like event now, and which I share with my friend. Today I went, and I'll tell to my friends, hey, I went to the gym, and we kind of celebrate on that fact that I did something. I never knew like going gym would be an event, right? It's kind of a holiday, right? It's kind of victory that whenever I'm called with my friend, I share. Whenever he goes to the gym, I appreciate him and everything. So that has been done lately. So yeah, I think if you keep your life boring, the small things you're gonna enjoy, which actually bring a lot of values in your real world, than the games and everything. I'm big fanatic of playing games, but yeah, as you said, as Elon said, he needed that time to get distracted because there is a lot of thing going in to calm his mind. And I don't think everybody is on that level that you require a game for now. Or maybe you can find, like, even he has so much money, he can have brought a lot of people and played some game, actually made the game physical game. He has so much money that he can make a offline game, like using some hurdles and everything, right? Any kind of, he can actually make games. Or maybe he can actually turn a setup where he can make hunting, like literally go for that. So that will be more interesting. So yeah, doing any achieving in this fake world just to keep you sedated. Even though the games, the even the sports people watch, I'm very pretty against watching sports as well. Playing is one thing and watching it another thing. It's just like everybody wants to sedate. So one of the reason why people are promoting this kind of thing is like, as we have been more being connected, right? The dating has been changed. Usually people in my father's age or something, like There was a guy and there was a girl in his community, and they will get married to each other. There was like less competition. You were only competing with the surrounding 4 or 5 guys in your village or something at your age group, and from there you will some guy will get it early, some will, but in the end everybody will get a wife and have a nuclear family. For them, they will work hard and everything. Now because of rise of internet, everybody is connected, and now people have a lot of options. Women have a lot of options, so they only wants to pick the best, and they will rather have the best and share them than going with somebody who is very worst. Like that I can correlate when I was living in metro cities of India. And there, if you have to live in a room, if you need a personal, some people will you will get a personal room, but it will be not that good quality, or it will be very costly or something. Then there will people who will be living in villas but sharing the place. So I've seen a lot of people. For me, I'm not that guy. I will share a lot of things, but I've seen a lot of people actually sharing a big villa and having all the perks and everything, right? Instead of getting a small place which just you have. I don't think it was a good analogy, but yeah, still it refers the point which I'm trying to say. So yeah, people want we have to have VR, movies, games, sports, and everything. Just so that we are indulged. All the young men who doesn't have a family, who are horny motherfuckers who have nothing to do, don't become terrorists or become a burden to society. Don't like try to disrupt anything. Just to make them calm, just to sedate them, right? They want. So previously, before video games and everything, they has law, police, and everything. They will enforce them. Then they don't do shit. But it was very hard to control things using law. But the better way is that you keep them entertained. You keep that young man who are horny, who doesn't get girls because the competition is high. Now girls are sharing. Then the like 10 or 5% of the male group are getting all the access. Other rest of are just playing games and having hobbies, watching sports, following a football club, and this kind of thing. So they want to keep youth sedated so that they don't become a harmful part of the society. That's why these games and these entertainments are there. I hope you don't subscribe to that kind of thinking. You do not become victim to this kind of organization, and you stay awake and keep living a boring life so that you can enjoy a small workout, so that is enjoy a small compliment from somebody, so that you enjoy a small compliment from your friends, so that you enjoy a breath of fresh air, so that you can enjoy a good workout session or running or whatever, right? So that you can enjoy nature. So if you keep your life like that, I know it's very hard to do that. I'm not like some saint who is doing. I told you I have my addictions as well. So one of the things I did is, in my phone right now, I don't use Instagram. I have uninstalled Instagram. Sometime when I want to check in, I'll go to the browser, and from there, from incognitive, I will log in, because apps are very much customized for you. So their accessing information is quite easier, and they load everything. So you never feel the friction of from going from one reel to another, and you don't know where your 1 or 2 hours has gone. But with the browser, it's not that comfortable. It's not comfortable. You can see little bit friction, and that reminds you that you are on some platform and you need to get away. So I don't feel that entertained on the browser. Even I'm using YouTube as well on the browser. First of all, I don't get ads over there, and the friction is high, so that I still don't waste a lot of time over there because of that. And then when I log out, whenever next time I have to log in to see, like there is some register, I have to write my username and password. So having some kind of register, not keeping on the fingertip, is good idea. So that has kind of reduced my screen time a little bit. Now the new one is basically I check on my, so I'm very active on social this YouTube content creation. So I keep checking my subscribers and like every minute, like a monkey in that's reinforcement like game. You have seen this bell where a dog or a monkey has to ring the bell and they'll get the food. Even though sometimes they don't give the bell, they'll keep on ringing the buzzer or the bell. Same way like that monkey, I keep checking my YouTube studio to see how it is going. Although it is not happening, changing sometime. One of the thing I just remove the notification part. I don't want to be. I just want to be control of myself, but not of some phone which gives you a reminder. So I don't have any notification. I just constantly check sometimes. Right? That way I feel like I'm more in control than somebody controlling me with notification. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Elon is a different guy. He have achieved so many things. He is doing a lot of things. For that guy, it makes sense to play game, but for you and me, it doesn't. And one of the story, I think, I don't know if this story is necessary for it. Uh, I was in a kind of semi kind of affair kind of thing, uh, where I didn't knew that girl was married, and I later when we were like two steps ahead in the process, then I came. Then she told me that she is married and has a husband or something like this, and then I was already like we had like something started going on, and then she revealed it. And I think they know the timing. She was kind of hiding the fact initially, and that affair I know, and it was weird. And then I somehow stopped after knowing that I didn't pursue it. But that guy who, like that girl who I had affair with, she had a husband and who used to play a lot of games, and he was not doing good in his life. He was playing games. He was happy in his little world, and she didn't like that thing. Like somehow subconsciously, she didn't respected that kind of person, right? And when she met me and everything, so you can see, like, if you are somebody who married or something and you were playing game at that stage, bro, your woman is going and talking somewhere else then. And because it happened with me, right? So that story was weird. And then I thought, like, hey, if you be a guy and keep playing video game and you had a wife or something, that's not good. Like, she will lie maybe, and somehow she told me, but very late, when I was quite indulged. It was very hard for me to get back from there, right? But still, but yeah, that taught me a story, right? You have to have give time to the real world people. Your achievements on the game, right, doesn't make sense. I saw a reel where a girl was very much appreciating his boy, that, oh, he is not cheating with me with another girl. Instead, he's saving the world in a Spider-Man or something. That girl was very happy, right? But this happiness can really change into sorrow when he like degrade himself playing a lot of games and doesn't do shit in the real world. And then she would be like basically attracted by somebody else who is doing some shit in real world. So it's a very hard place to be in as a young man. So I hope you're not doing that. So, uh, so this was it, guys. I hope you got my point. And I've been lately not posting much videos on this channel. Uh, but you can see my original channel, the right guy, the Martian.07, or you can follow me on the Instagram. There I'm keep posting like continuously, which is more like education channel, like where I teach maths and this kind of thing. Uh, but yeah, there I will start on this one. If I have any insight which could help you grow, that I will probably share in this channel. So I hope you're subscribed. Do like, comment, share, whatever. That really helps me. I'd love to know your opinion or any story you have which could be helpful for other young men. That will be really helpful. Write down in the comment section. So see you in the next one.